and welcome to Glasgow Celtic Stream. Plenty to talk about tonight. I'm joined by a full house. We have Keith, we have Sean, and of course we have Liam as well. How's the crack, boys?
All good. Aye, going good.
Aye, sound man. I've not been on in a while, so I'm happy to be on again.
I'm happy to come out of retirement for this, to be honest. It's been, 9 months the last time I spoke to Gab about this. So,
yeah, it's been long. I tell you one thing, mate, it couldn't be a better time to come back. Celtic's flying high. The Zombies are in absolute pure meltdown. And, there's so many permutations to talk about with everything. I hear Michael Stewart's back on the airways. He's coming back to Sports Sound and everything. No apology. Yeah, Jabba must be raging. Slippy's walking around in circles talking about how he needs to find solutions that don't exist. Mr. I won't sell him for 40 million. He's off to Barcelona or Sevilla or Dortmund or something like that. Seriously, he's next.
Sure, you're talking about FIFA transfers at this rate. I don't think he's worth 40 million.
Million. 40 million Colombian pesos. But
let's kick it off. Copenhagen. Tell me a bit about it, Gav. Tell us about it.
Oh, look, man, seriously. I myself, because I was at the game, I took the bus down. I live in Gothenburg, so I took the bus down and I slept the entire way on the bus because I took it down 6:25 in the morning. And this was the smartest decision I ever made because I started drinking at Malmo just before the bridge at about 9:30 or something like that, and then drank through till 2 in the morning. And it was absolute bedlam. There was this one bar, the Dubliner, and what's your boy? His last name's Quinn.
Damien Quinn.
Yes, he was there, and the place was an absolute bedlam. If anyone's listening and you were there in the pub, it was one of the best things I've ever been involved in. Everyone was just jumping around, going silly, and your man was walking around shaking hands. He was absolutely fantastic.
How many teams would you say were over there? They were only saying there was only like 6,000 or something like that altogether.
Oh, yeah, but at the same time, they were only given so many tickets. The entire back end was Celtic. I bought my ticket, 500 Danish kroner, which is about its best part of 50 quid. And I bought it as close as I could in the away end because they weren't given to season ticket holders at the back of the stand. But there were thousands of us, mate. When Eddie scored, it was the quietest I've ever been in a goal celebration because they had problems with Malmo fans during the group stages that they'd kick people out who were wearing colours or who were cheering or singing or whatever. So I went in casual. I went in a black top. Left all my Celtic gear at home, but it was a mistake because there were heaps and heaps of Tims. It was bloody brilliant. I actually listened this morning to the 20-minute Tims, and their whole crew went out there and got pissed and had a great time as well. And one of the things that they were saying was that apparently we were served. They were saying how good the police were because you just couldn't see them. There were police everywhere, but none of them said a word. We were sitting in the wrong areas. We weren't carrying on or picking fights or anything like that. It was great crack, but it was a magnificent away day up until half time, and then after that, you were just looking at it and you're going like, what team just came out? What happened?
Were you satisfied with it though? Were you actually satisfied with the results? You thought we could have.
Oh, mate, look, I'm plagiarising their material from what I listened to this morning, but if you'd been handed 1-1 at breakfast, you would have taken it. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have complained. Especially, this is the one thing, though, especially with Forster making that save. It's sort of like, obviously, the momentum shifted at halftime, but then after that penalty save, I really feel that we're the ones that take momentum, especially to paradise.
Definitely. Liam, what do you think of the game? Were you impressed with it? Spells?
I thought that after half-time we stopped playing. We were just defending for our life, and there was a brilliant save by the big man, but I was really impressed with that. But I knew he was going to save it before the ball was even kicked, but just because his posture. Because he's that kind of keeper, he makes really big saves, and that's why we're wanting to buy him.
Mm-hmm. Overall, you couldn't say it was the defence fault. Like the first half, you look at the likes of Oyer and Julian, all like absolutely class. What do you think, Sean, about the game yourself?
I personally think that we played really well. I know 1 each is a good result and stuff, and of course, Gavin's right in saying that. See, at breakfast time, you would have took that all day long. Do you know what I mean? Because it's an away goal, it's a 1 each draw, and to go back to Celtic Park, I think we'll beat them about 2 or 3-0. But the point is, Forster made a great save. I think in terms of attacks, I think that we could have won the game. So in terms of performance, I wouldn't downgrade it at all. In terms of performance, I think we had chances, we created chances, we played great football at times. Sometimes we made the wrong decision. For example, Cal McGregor should have passed it into Edouard when he got through. But he didn't. But in terms of performance-wise, creating the chances, that's the main part. We created opportunities. We didn't finish every chance, but it gives you good confidence going into the return leg, especially at Celtic Park.
One thing, just Sean was saying there, I haven't actually watched the game back. I've been busy as hell since I got back home. I took days off and all blah, blah, blah. But the whole thing is, like, you know, we were in on goal after 20 seconds. We could have scored basically from the get-go. And that looked like a more gilt-edged opportunity.
You know what I want to say? I have to say, I was thinking this after the game, and I was like, you know what? We don't get Fraser Forster. Why not go in for their keeper? Why not?
Their keeper was good, by the way. He did. He had a really, really good game.
What do you think, Liam? Did you like with the performance?
Yeah, I'll say that their keeper was. I can't even remember his name, but I mean, he pulled off some really good saves, especially from set pieces.
I think it was.
Well, put it this way. Let's see how he does at Paradise before we talk about him, because like it's one thing to play at home, it's another thing to play away. And I wish him luck. I hope he has to pick the ball out of the back and sack a heap of times. But that said, you know, I actually, like last year, I was absolutely marveling at how good. Crap here, had too much to drink and only had one. Your boy Bain, I absolutely love Bain, and it was great to see him back playing in the Scottish Cup as well. So, like, in fairness, I don't think obviously we lose a lot between Fraser Forster and whoever we get, because Fraser Forster is an absolutely incredible player. He's absolutely incredible. I think
he's absolutely special. I know.
Yeah, break the bank, man. Seriously.
I just think when you look at Fraser Forster, like the performance he's done, he's had the same saving about 3 or 4 penalties this season for us. The Lazio save in the home game, performance away to Lazio, performance even in rain, even the performance, most important, the performance against the Hunts in the cup final.
That was massive.
This is the lad that his career was down in the Swally at Southampton. Like literally, McCarthy was there, another keeper was there, Skeltenborg at the time, and he wasn't getting game time. Now they're going to look at him and say, okay, he's playing European football for you, so we're going to put the price up. What is he actually worth? What is he worth?
Okay, one thing here, Keith. Apparently, when we this has been reported as well. This is SMSM has reported this when we took him on, there was a buy-on clause with it. So apparently, there's been a fee agreed. Now, the whole thing is, even if the fee's agreed, it's going to be under 10 million, absolutely. But the whole problem comes down to, can we negotiate wages with him? Because at 70k at Southampton, we're never going to pay that. The one thing is, will he take 40, 45? And this is the thing as well, pardon me, will Celtic up the threshold? Because basically we're only paying 30s and this, that, the other. I heard lots of rumours that when we offered Dembele contract extension, he was offered 50k a year and he turned it down because he got basically double that at Lyon. Now the whole thing is, will Fraser, if we're willing to offer 50k for Musa, would what's his name, Foster, take 50? Yeah, I mean, there's a 20k.
I think he'd take 35. To be honest with you, I just think with the happiness he's interviewing when he came back, and he said it numerous of times. The joy when he won that cup final. This is the argument's sake here. Yeah, would you give Fraser Foster 50 million, but at the same time we're going to try keep Edwards? Are you going to give him 50 fucking million? No. And then you have people around the team being like, "Oh, that player is better than us." No, like, you know, this is the question. Like Colin McGregor, Scott Brown. I know Breeny's on his last year, so these are the type of lads that they might not be having the dressing room with that increase of salary.
Well, two things with this. At the end of the day, I think that we should look at like marquee salaries for our best players. Honestly, we should be, well, we've already locked down Callum McGregor to 2024. So for mine, I think it's derisory, and that the story breaks in the Sun or the Scottish Sun that they're talking about £5 million.
Don't buy the Sun myself either.
Fuck the Sun.
Yeah,
I know. Gab money boys for the page 3 does.
No. I didn't look on the link ads. I just saw the fucking headline: Scottish Sun, 25 million for Rodgers. At the end of the day, that they're fishing for Rodgers. Now, has Brendan Rodgers come out fucking said this, that, the other? He wants Callum McGregor. No, but apparently there was a last minute bid in the summer window for 20 million, right? And now he's unsettling you, man, with a 25 million pound bid. So what is it? You go up by fives? You seriously think that fucking Callum McGregor, if Callum McGregor was playing at fucking what do you call it, at Brighton and Hove or something like that, how much would fucking any club have to pay for him to get him from another fucking other premiership club? They'd have to pay out their ass. Yeah, I mean, 25 million pounds for Callum McGregor, they can fuck right off.
Let's go back to something that we haven't spoke about, and I didn't even think about it. We're going to bring it up now. A couple of weeks ago, Celtic, the Daily Record came out and evaluated all the players.
I didn't read it, but tell me all about it.
So basically, Edouard was valued at fucking 30 million. McGregor was valued at like 98 million. Sean, do you remember this article?
No, I've not seen it.
Have you seen this article, Liam?
I don't read the paper, so ignore fuck this show.
So basically, they came in. They said they basically valued Lee Griffiths at 1.2 million.
What the
fucking hell, man!
Like the play, the squad, they valued the fucking joke. Like,
no, but seriously, have you read Ibrox Noise? Like when they did their valuations of Rangers players, they said, like, fucking, what was your boy? Fucking Glenn Kamara's worth 20. They bought him for 50 grand. Fucking, they had like Stephen Davis, they were still valuing him at 10k, 10 mil. Put it this way. Fuck the market, because I don't want to see any fucking player at Celtic. I want to see Ireland. I want to see fucking McGregor. And I want to see I don't see a player that could move, but says to fuck with the lot, man, I want to become a legend. And I believe that he should be paid well. Yeah, I mean, I think that we should, like Law, he honestly needs to look that we need to up our payment threshold. We've got 30 to 40 million pound in the bank. Why the fuck are we still operating with an absolute inflated market as it is at the moment? The way that it was back in the day, we can't operate that way anymore. We can't operate on a 10k for a starter.
Do you think Celtic should be more demanding? Like, we're going to throw this at name, like the whole Tierney thing. Like, do you think Celtic should have been more boys and said, fuck it, we need more money off you as Arsenal? Modern day football.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that we've got to start performing in Europe. I mean, I really like it if we got to the semi-final and hopefully final this year, Europa League. But that's just me imagining shit. I mean, it just depends who we get in the quarter-final and the semi-final, because that's when it gets fucking tough. So we've just got I think what the club chairman is trying to do is try to invest the money in like certain stuff like around the park, such as new training facilities and like upgrading it and new like kind of fan zones and hotels. So I think they're trying to do that and trying to buy low, sell high.
Kind of like what the Premier League brand is. They're kind of saying, okay, fair enough, we don't have the money, the revenue like the Premier League take, but we need to kind of expand in a way that keep the Scottish people, keep them mad into Celtic.
Yeah, absolutely. But I would say at the same time, it is working. Like, if they're buying players loans, getting them a high value, when they're performing on the park. I mean, they've got a really good scouting network, Celtic, at the moment. So as long as they keep doing what they're doing and winning leagues, then I don't think there'll be any problems.
Okay, one thing
I'm going to get Sean's opinion in as well. Gav, sorry.
No, go with Sean.
What is it, sorry?
It's just about the way Celtic are at the moment as a marketing tool, like investing in like all these facilities and stuff like that.
Aye.
It's the right thing to do.
I would say so. It's putting Celtic out there a wee bit more personal to me. So it is in terms of. But
they're at announcing the festival again this summer.
See, I went to the festival last year, and I don't think it was organised well at all. I think it was quite. It was obviously there was going to be a lot of people that turned up to it, but it was just far too crammed in terms of queuing up to get pictures with like players and stuff like that. The queues were gigantic. It actually got to the stage where you could queue up for a player, right, for about an hour, and it could get cut off because it's been too long. Do you know what I mean? So they need to organise it a wee bit better in terms of that as well for this year. But no, I think it's good. We're doing things that most clubs don't do. It's giving fans opportunities to go and meet the players and stuff and do all this.
And former players as well.
What is it?
Former players as well.
Aye, that's what I mean. Aye, like Chris Sutton was there last year.
John, Jackie.
Aye, they were all there. Do you know what I mean? So it gives you that opportunity. So it does. I don't think there's anything wrong with it personally.
But they're doing under 6 free now to the event.
What is it?
Under 6 go free to the festival now.
Aye, that's right. Aye.
I think that's a good idea as well. It gets kids into Celtic, you know.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It creates a family spirit. So, sorry guys, I'm just eating pancakes in that since it's Pancake Tuesday. I don't know if you noticed. I was actually sitting making my pancakes.
I had my pancakes.
I don't know. Right, so you think we'll comfortably cruise the whole Copenhagen game on Thursday? You think there's no?
What's your predictions, guys? Put your prediction in for it as well.
For the Copenhagen game?
I put your prediction in for the score predictions.
I think we'll win 2-1. Honestly, the basic thing is, if we're going to play the defensive four, okay, just say you'd have Forster, obviously. If he's healthy, you'd have Greg Taylor, you'd have Julian, and you're going to have Aya. Or do you have Frimpong again? I thought Frimpong was mince against them over there. But at the same time, I don't think that Lenny's the sort of man that's going to throw a boy under the bus. So I think he'll give him another go. And as well as that, it was his first game back from injury. I think he'll be back. There's talk Bruni will be back. It's very, very big. If Bruni's back, obviously he starts beside Callum. If Bruni isn't back, I'd actually have Cham out there in front of Bitson. Like Bitson can play the defensive midfield role well, but I'd rather in Cham. I think he gives you something else, and as well as that with McGregor or Carmack, he can. He is the boss. He's running everything for Celtic at the minute. Christie, I'm led to believe, has been he's scrubbed from the match because of too many yellow cards. So then, and being an Australian, this is a strange one, but do we go with Rogic in your attacking mid? Yeah, I mean, obviously, the other thing is they're talking about Forrest is going to be back. Elyounoussy's been healthy for a while, but he hasn't seen daylight. When you think about it, like obviously with Frimpong, his comeback match in Europe, he choked. Well, he did. It wasn't so much he choked. I didn't think he got the best service and the like as well either. But do you then bring Elyounoussi back into the cauldron? There's so much at stake. Yeah, I mean, and no one's really nailed down left mid. Mikey's injured. Friggin', there's lots of problems. Does Lee Griffiths or Edouard come into the left wing? We've seen Edouard drop further and further back so he can run at players. There's so many permutations. Do we go with 4-2-3-1, 3-5-2? I'm perplexed by the lot of it.
So, what's your opinion on the score prediction, guys?
I'm saying that it's going to be 3-1, but I'll save it. I'll say they'll probably get the first goal, and that'll make us play a bit better. I reckon that's going to happen, because as soon as we get Luke conceding the earlier goal, we're always playing better. Geezer's a fucking kick up the arse, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That happened on the weekend against Kilmarnock, should Jesus, but I hope it doesn't happen in this game. But
I don't think it will.
No. I can't see us going behind, but I can see us chasing the game to the absolute death. What about yourself, Keith? What do you reckon?
I think it'd be 2-0. I just don't think they'll score against us at home. I think obviously full house under the disco lights. But I'd play 3 at the back, the way we playing in the league. I wouldn't go with the 4. The only reason I went with the 4 is because we were away in Europe against them. Put Edouard. But I think with Griffiths on a bit of form domestically, I think he's comfortable in Celtic Park. Why not? Like play him in front. If I was going with midfield, if Bruni wasn't fit, I'd go with Callum, Olivier. I'd probably play Tom, go with Jamesy, and then go with El Nusi if he's up for it. But I just think, don't know. Just when Mohammed came on the other day over in Copenhagen, he just didn't seem up for it. I know it was a late sub, but still, you could play Near in there. But I think he's going to hold his cards. But I think he's going to keep Near on the bench in case something goes wrong. One of the boys at the back.
Yeah, look, honestly, with Christie being scrubbed from this match, it's a huge fucking miss for us. Like the one thing is with Christie, he almost seems to be followed around by the fucking referees. The Huns always bitch about fucking Alfie getting a bad time and blah blah blah. And if you read the SMSM, they'll tell you that Celtic fans were trying to kill him and fucking up his Lamborghini and all this shit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, fucking referees, ever since Willie Collins sent him off against Livingston, have been hunting him for anything, absolutely anything. Now, look, put it this way, it was a handball. I didn't see it in real time because obviously it was at the game, but the noise around the stadium, everyone was up screaming. As soon as it went to VAR, we knew we were fucked. Yeah.
I think when you look at that back to that game, I said to myself last week, score prediction. I said it to Sean as well, look at 2-0. The reason we went with 2-0 is because look at the way we played in Europe, that Lazio result, ran away. Fair enough, Cluj, we put a B team out in Cluj. We've been like the level we've stepped up at. I know it's a second tier of European football, but look, we're not Chelsea, we're not an Arsenal, we're not a Manchester United. Them teams are playing in the Europa League, but fair enough, Chelsea not in the Champions League. But
yeah, well, thank fuck we're not Chelsea.
But look, I think it's a learning curve for Lenny. I think Lenny's getting out of a squad that we've exciting European squad that we haven't had. I'm getting another. So yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good that we're getting to that level. That who honestly did you think we were going to qualify out of the group? That comfortable? I didn't think it.
No chance.
I didn't think so.
Absolutely not.
I
thought we could qualify, but to be fair, I thought that it would be between us and Cluj. And Rennes. I thought Lazio would top the group. I thought that it'd be us duking it out with Rennes. And absolute shock.
The whole Rennes thing, like I was like, fuck me, we're playing a team that's won the French Cup, that beat PSG. We're gonna get our ass whooped to them away in France to get a result over there. Fair enough, Boyo got sent off at the end, which it wasn't a sudden off. It really wasn't. Like I'd be brutally honest and say, look, that Air player played bad and he deserved to get sent off. I'm not going to be pure Celtic daft, like, I'd say how it is, like. But to get out of the group the way we did, to get the results of in Rome, like, fuck me, like, just, And I think, as Gav has said it before, we'll go back to last season, Gav, you've made this point numerous of times, and Damien's made this point as well, to get a manager like Neil Lennon to come in and realise how important Europe is, not to be embarrassed by a PSG or a 7-0 or to go over. And if it's ugly football and it grinds the result out and pluck away, or you get a draw there, it's not. We've got past that stage where, Jesus Christ, we had a bad away record in Europe, even Europa or Champions League. We didn't win in 30 odd games, like, and they're out. Now we're optimistic as a team. Now we're saying, look, we can give anyone a game. If we get someone in the next round like an Arsenal or a Shakhtar Donetsk or an Inter Milan, we're confident that we can go over and get a result there. I am. I don't know if you are, but I am.
No, I'm the same. Very confident.
Like, you're looking at Lazio now, like, the boys were saying to me in work today, we're talking about all, like, the games being called off or the coronavirus, and we're talking about Serie A, and they're saying that the Inter game and Juve game is going to be behind closed doors the weekend. And someone said to me, oh, look at Lazio. And I stood up and laughed. I said, Lazio? I goes, this is a team in Serie A that's third place. and Celtic whooped their asses.
Second place, I don't know. Or did they lose?
Second or third, I haven't looked at the table, but like to look at it, like that's the level that we have moved up. Like I still think, I really still think, I know we qualified through the group. I still think we haven't made Celtic Park a fortress yet for European football.
Oof.
I know I was at the Ren game a couple of months ago over there. I still think we're not at that level yet where we can make a fortress. I think I'm more optimistic of us getting a result away in Europe these days, because I think Lenny has them organised well.
Look, come here, Keith. The one thing is, and I actually, I'll agree with you, mate. We haven't made it a fortress yet, because at the end of the day, we haven't made it a fortress in the knockout rounds. You can do these things when you've got 6 games and, you need to get through them, so you do. But, like, at the end of the day, when it comes to that home and away sort of thing, Celtic needs to draw 0-0 and we're through. Okay? If you offer me at breakfast 0-0, boom, I snatch at the bastard thing. I don't care.
If we go to tomorrow, for example, you're saying 0-0, right? Make the Celtic Park a fortress. So we'll go there tomorrow, right? Or not tomorrow, or Thursday, sorry. I get confused because I think it's Wednesday. But if we play a bad game on Thursday night where it's 0-0, Copenhagen Park the bus, we got a few attempts against us, we didn't show up on the day, players weren't at it.
No,
would you be satisfied? Is that considered as a fortress because we're the 12th?
A snatch of bollocks of a performance. They hit the fucking crossbar 25 times. Couldn't give a fuck. At the end of the day, the results are all that matters. I mean, most of you guys remember the 9 in a row, how well we played under Tommy Burns, how many times we were that fucking close. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we didn't get it over the line. Look how shit we played in the League Cup final, mate. We were absolute mints. They were all over us like a rush. We had one player that fucking, put out those Andy Gorham style saves, which haunted us back in the 90s. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter a fuck how good or bad you play. It matters about the result and progression in Europe. Like, I'd be happy for them to friggin' do what they want, just as long as we get through. And just as long as we do that the next game over and over and over, it's what Neil Lennon's been saying over and over again. It's all about the next game.
Right? Is Griffiths ready for Europe though? That's the question.
Pardon?
Sean, Griffiths ready for Europe?
Yes. Reason being is in recent weeks he's took me by surprise, believe it or not. I always knew that he would get back to goal scoring form, but I didn't think he would be as good as he has been. It's not just the fact that he's scoring goals, it's the fact that his connection with Edouard has been absolutely second to none. Like the way him and Edouard link up, they understand each other so well, it's absolutely incredible. And I think in terms of Europe, I think they'll take that to Europe. I don't think it'll just get left in the SPL. I think that's something special that will stick in Europe. So in terms of him being ready, yes, I think he is.
Liam, what do you think?
Well, I think he's got his swagger back. I mean, I've not seen a good Lee Griffiths in about 2 or 3 years, and I think he needed that breakaway. And Celtic done a massive favour by giving that time. So I think that us playing 2 up front with Eddie across from him, I mean, I think they gel well together. And he said something after the game during the weekend there, says that I didn't think we played good, but we still got a result. But him saying that kind of stuff is like him saying, yeah, I've had a not so good game, but at the same time, I'm going to get better.
But we're going to look at the whole Lee Griffiths thing. When we signed Lee Griffiths 5 odd years ago, Lee was signed. We had what at the time? We had Samaras and we had Stokesy in there. So he was used to the two, used to playing 2 up front. So it came to the stage where obviously when Ronnie came in, kind of made it defensive with the whole 4-5-1 in Europe, which never worked out for us. And then Brendan came in, he just ditched the whole striker. It was only the one whole striker. But to come back from the way what he's done, like all them years, 100 odd goals, 111 goals now from us. I think we're 112 now actually. 112 goals. To come back in, prove. Do you know what? I think it's more when you look at the likes of Gav was talking about the Huns there. Chris Boyd, doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. Like, this is an ambassador for mental health. Slating Lee Griffiths saying that Lee Griffiths had a available chance of playing this many games. You got your stats wrong, first of all, as you all know. But to come back and do a job like that, and like, you know yourself, you go to anyone that goes works in a place and has mental health issues, they don't feel comfortable going in. They just think it's going to be bland, it's going to play in their head. To come back and deal with that the way I know you probably got professional help, but at the same time, it's on the back of your head. To come back and score, how quick he's done it is unbelievable.
All right, one thing there, Keith. Of course, he's got professional help because he's at a professional football club. And of course, this is the thing. Celtic have helped Lee Griffiths through, like, let's not underplay it, through a personal hell. And the one thing is, like, I'm very, very proud of our football club for the support that they've given Lee. And we're seeing the fruits of that labour, where we're seeing Lee coming back, and I mean, him performing on the football field. Like, obviously he had a goal chopped off on the weekend, but he scored another. But he looks back in that, like you were saying, he's got that swagger, and I am so happy for Lee Griffiths. And the one thing is with Lee Griffiths, he's one of those players that he's going to retire at Celtic. He's like Jock Stein. His first love wasn't Celtic, but his last love will be Celtic. You know what I mean?
I'm going to make that point to you. You were saying you're going to retire at Celtic. Now I'm going to go talk about the Edouard, right? I'm going to talk about Hodgson. If Edouard goes in the summer, do you fully trust Lee Griffiths to deliver the goods for 10 in a row?
Okay.
Can the two say yes or no to that?
Okay, first of all, when we're talking about Neil Lennon, he's looking at playing two up front. So do I believe that Lee Griffiths can be a substantial part of that? Absolutely. But I believe he needs a partner because that's the way that Lenny's looking. How we recruit, there's been some rumours that Klamala isn't quite what we thought about. Bio hasn't quite shipped up the task. If we sell Bio. If we sell Edouard, I believe that we need to buy again, especially if Lenny wants to play two up front. But I've got absolute faith in Lee Griffiths, and I believe that he's the sort of man that he's going to give you that 20-goal return next year. I'll put my hand up. I reckon he'll be here for 20 goals next year.
I want to ask Liam a big question. Liam, Lee Griffiths, Edouard, Ibrox, 3 weeks' time?
Definitely. I would say definitely. I mean, Lee Griffiths has got he's got a history of scoring at Ibrox and obviously rubbing into them. So, I mean, I think that him scoring I think he'll score against them at Ibrox if he was to play him in 3 weeks. Either that or he'll get an assist steady. So, I think we should definitely play him because it's a massive game. It is a massive game. I mean, we can't have anybody that's not fit for it. We need to have a 100% fit team.
It's quite scary at the moment, Sean, the way that we have so many good players on the bench. Like, obviously Tom been on the bench, Christie's been on the bench a few times, Johnny Hayes has been in and out of the squad as well.
Yeah.
But are you confident? You're confident that you're not looking at the bench? Like, remember that 3-2 game a couple of years ago? We were desperate on the bench. We didn't have a bench for that 3-2 game.
No, we didn't. That's
but we still got the results.
That's it. I know. The team is really, really strong now. Do you know what I mean? Like, if somebody gets injured, we have got replacements to come on. Do you know what I mean? It's like if Greg Taylor's injured, you've got Johnny Hayes to play left back now. If you've got, I'm trying to think who else. If you've got Bongoli as well. Do you know what I mean? He's not. Don't get me wrong. He's not been great at times, but he's a player that I think's got more potential than what he's showed so far. He just needs to.
Always sticks out. That never gets appreciation is Beaton.
Beaton can play any position genuinely on the park, excluding probably striker and goals, obviously. But he can play centre back. He can play right back if you really need him to. He can play centre mid. Do you know what I mean? He can adapt to any attacking or defensive kind of midfield position. He's a player that gives his all. He's strong and he doesn't give up. So he's been there for years now as well. So people
he doesn't get the credit. And like, I think it's the whole political side of it, as I've said to Scab before, because he's Israeli and people kind of like second doubt him. Like, at the end of the day, he's been at the club five, maybe 6 years now. Like, he's scored some cracking goals, Kilmarnock, Dundee, got a beauty of a goal in the pre-season tour we done years ago back in Turkey. Like, he doesn't get the appreciation. I think he deserved that contract as much. If you asked me that question a year ago, saying could you rid a bit near Beaton, fucking sure I would have got rid of him then because he was too injury prone.
It was, aye.
Yeah, one thing about Near Biton and Neil Lennon are best of friends, man. Seriously. We saw last year, for example, in the Scottish Cup final, it come down, there was like 3 minutes left. We were up, obviously, after Eddie got the winner. He put on Karamoko Dembele. No, fucking, I'm giving my boy a fucking go. And it made sense as well to shut the game down. But this is the thing. Lenny and Neil Biton, they absolutely fucking adore each other. While Neil Lennon is in the manager's seat, Neil Biton has always got a game ahead of him. And the one thing about Neil Biton, he's never going to complain, Gaffer, why aren't I in the starting lineup?
This is the strange one about Gaff. You were just saying that about the whole Neil Lennon thing. When you look back a year ago tomorrow from the Hearts game, Biton was thrown back in the deep end. Didn't start for like 4 months, I think. Liam, Beaton, straight back in the mix. Neil Lennon came back in and started making old school changes.
Yeah, I think that Beaton, he is brilliant. I mean, like he will give you 100%. Even sometimes he does fuck up, but what player doesn't? I mean, even the best player fucks up. So I think that Beaton, he is a good utility player, and he's always there for you when you need him. So he's always kept himself fit ever since he's had the spell of injuries, as you said. But I mean, he's not really been injured for the last year. He's just kept himself fit while he's playing a resi game, our first game, our first team game.
He's only missed about 3 games, like a stretch of 3 games in a row. Like, fair enough, he got injured against Clyde and that was it. But not Partick's, not Clyde. But we'll look at the next thing. So Edouard, I know I'm going to mention already, 25 goals, 3 bookings, 8 assists. This is a lad. That's
yes.
Is he up there with the best strikers we've had?
Oof.
The last decade? Is he the best striker we've had in the last decade?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think he's better than Dembele because Dembele is the only other striker in the last, him and Griffiths, which you could actually say in the last decade. Obviously, the King retired.
Gary Hooper.
Okay. Nah, still better. You're talking about with Edouard. Hooper was an absolute poacher. He got the ball, he shot the goal. Yeah, I mean, with Edouard's going deeper and deeper into the play. He embarrasses players. And as well as this, he has that deft touch. With Hooper, he had that pure power. Yeah, I mean...
I haven't seen a player since Bergtop with a touch of football the way Edouard has.
I know.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. Like, Sean, what do you think of the whole Edouard thing?
I think I've already put it in my videos plenty of times before, but I think he's unique. It's not even just his actual football ability, it's his awareness. See the fact that he's in the right place at the right time. The one goal that really caught my eye was the one against Aberdeen, the one that we desperately needed a goal. Now, people don't tend to give Edouard credit for that. They give Christopher Ayer, of course, for the great finish that he scored. But on the build-up, the ball came to Edouard, and without even looking, he knew exactly where Cal McGregor was running to. He backheeled it. He backheeled it right into that gap, right? Knowing fine well where he was going to be. And it takes absolute, not just confidence, but it just takes a special ability, it has to have something special to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Pure arrogance in football, man. Yeah, at the end of the day, I couldn't agree more. The one thing, I watched that game at my local...
I'll be 2 seconds, guys. Sorry, right?
Yeah. I watched this game in local CSC, and friggin' when what's his name? When the ball came in, made that clunk sound. I thought it'd come off the bar and it bounced straight out of the net. And then I waited this 1 second before I started screaming, and then bang, there you go.
I thought it was a side net. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I did taking a shot for it. I was like, "Am I saying things like?"
No, but like honestly, what an amazing goal and what an amazing time. When you look at that fucking game, seriously, they were kicking the ball. and it was taking a right angle and pissing off to the fucking sideline.
Look, it wasn't the greatest football, the Aberdeen game, but look, champions don't play the greatest football all the time. Yeah, I have to scrape. Look at the likes of Man United, done it for years. You scrape results and Stoke and stuff like that to get trophy. But
Champions.
I want to talk about Christopher Royer to Liam. As a player, we got him as a defensive midfielder at the time. He was bought by Ronnie. What is he missing in his game that can make him world class?
Well, he started as a striker when he first started playing football, and we moved us. Obviously, he was a defensive midfielder, and he got moved to centre back because we realised how tall he is and how strong he is. I think that what's missing is sometimes he is inconsistent at times, or sometimes he can lose possession of the ball. But at times I've seen him come up front and score a fucking brilliant goal. And
the goal against Motherwell. We can't forget about the goal at the start of the season against Motherwell. Cracking goal.
Oh, it was amazing, man. He can offer you that. I mean, because he can hit. He's got a good right peg on him, man. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, I'd like to see him being more consistent in defence. No, I don't like it when centre halves play football, because you want. See the days of Bobo Baldi and Stan Varga, right? They couldn't play football. You just wanted them to shove somebody after the ball and just get it away. I mean, because Baldi couldn't play football at all, you just wanted him to do somebody and then just get the ball and just get to fuck. That's what you want your centre halves to do.
You just don't think he's good at passing the ball to the back, right? Sean, what do you think he's missing?
I do agree with Liam in terms of defensive ability a wee bit more sometimes. I think the thing that does get to him, though, is when we play free at the back. I think he struggles without having somebody directly next to him, right back or left back, if you get me. Do you know what I mean? I think he struggles in terms like that. He's not the best player to push out wide and defend as much. He's not good at that as well. Because I did notice that. But I think he's, in terms of his actual ability and performance-wise, I think he does put a good performance in for us. Seeing whatever he fails to make up, if he makes a mistake or so on, if he's inconsistent in defence, he proves it elsewhere in the park, if you know what I mean. Definitely. Like if he messes up, for example, in defence, he'll get the ball, and at one part of that game, he will drive through that midfield or pick a great pass that'll lead to a goal.
Well, he second doubts himself. When you were saying he drives through the midfield, I think when Scott Brown drops, he does make a run. But at the same time, he's kind of looking like he's like, I think Callum wants the ball off me. I think he needs to push himself up, kind of like the way Wanyama used to do it. Believe in yourself, push the fuck up. He
showed signs of it, do you know what I mean? He really does. He has showed signs of it in the past, so hopefully he keeps doing it.
Gav, what is he missing?
Okay, for starters, I don't think he's missing fuck all. I think he's a child.
He's missing one thing, I'll tell you now.
I'll tell you this. Okay, hear me out. The one thing is, he's missing experience. He's a boy, man. Seriously, I'm 42 years old. I could be his father, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean?
Generally close,
absolute fucking ween. The one thing about, what's his name, with Christopher Royer is, you have a look at these things, and it started under the wrap. But you get the ball, between the 18 and halfway, and obviously clubs were sitting back, and they were waiting for us to attack. Why the hell do we need to pass the ball so they can then move to that? He would take that 40 metres of space. They wouldn't approach, and then after that, they'd be dropping and dropping and dropping back. Then after that, he's got the ball to feet, where he's got your in champs, he's got your Browns. Well, obviously, like you were saying, Brown would generally drop back when he'd move forward. The one thing is with Aya. I think Aya, if you're talking about the one thing that he's actually missing to become world class or this, that, the other, is experience. Because he's just a boy, man. Seriously. If he was in the United States of America, if he flew to New York at the moment, he'd have to show his ID. Yeah, I mean, he's a fucking baby. Yeah, I mean, he has his entire footballing career ahead of him. He's just got to learn and learn and learn. And we saw a player that started in Norway as a centre forward, then come to us as a defensive midfielder. I might add, as the captain of Start over there in Norway. After that, found himself as a defensive midfielder behind both Brown and Bitton. So they then developed into a
Played two games, only 2 games for us, and then he got fucked off to Kilmarnock, which has done a massive thing.
Massive favour. And then after that, now this year, they fucked him off over to the right. So we're talking about he can play from anywhere, from centre forward all the way through centre mid to centre mid to centre half to right back. We're talking about the boy is
one thing he's missing, right? I think he's straight away when I think of obviously his clearances against the Horns, even the other day against Copenhagen, slide tackles in, great. He's missing that fear factor when he's up for the corner. He doesn't show himself, throw himself at the headers. He could score more goals for the Heights, but I think he needs to be more physical. I think he needs a bit more beef, like kind of like a Miyabi. He needs to be more on him.
One thing, just to get back to the root of your question, you were saying, what does he need? I honestly believe that he needs experience. Yeah, but for the absolute ability that he has at 10 to 8 is incredible. Yeah, I mean, this fella's got fucking more trophies than these bastards like Neil McCann or these other scumbags with their EBTs will ever win. Like, honestly, like, I love Christopher Aya. If there's 4 players, I say, I'd love to see Celtic just throw the fucking money at. It would be Foster, Aya, McGregor, and Edouard. Like, build a spine out of that team.
You're talking about experience, right? I'm going to ask Sean, is he good enough? Give him a few vice captain roles. If Bruni was to step down, would you put him as a vice captain, or would you give McGregor the captaincy full time?
I was actually thinking about that today as well. I was thinking, who's going to be the long-term captain? Now, years ago, even when Tierney was at Celtic, hold on, I fix this. Even when Tierney was at Celtic, for some reason, I always thought McGregor is going to be our captain. I do think Ayer's got so much leadership about him, but even if he isn't the actual captain, I think the main part is leading that defence. He can still do that if he's not the captain. So, in terms of actual future captain, I think it's going to be genuinely McGregor. I think it will be.
What do you think, Liam?
Yeah, I would say McGregor as well. If it wasn't McGregor, like, I hate to say this, but because I think he's an alright player, but Jamesy Forrest, I mean, because he's been there for years, but at the same time, he could be like vice captain. Like, if McGregor can't be captain for some reason, if he's injured, if he's not playing.
I'd love to see Fraser Forster get the captaincy. Him or McGregor, I think if Fraser's going to come in, he was part of that team that won 3 titles. Let him come in, get the experience in the back. There's been some great keepers that have been captains. Oliver Kahn.
100%.
I actually
bit of fun as well, do you know what I mean? So,
Schmeichel.
I'll put it this way. For mine, I'd have McGregor and I'd have Aya. They'd be my 2 leaders.
Yeah, 100% as well.
Yeah, like for example, with Fraser, I wouldn't want to burden him with anything other than just keep a clean sheet. That's your fucking job. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with McGregor, like, obviously, if Fraser stays, we're going to have to put a very good financial package in front of you, man. And the other thing is that we're going to have to talk to him about what Celtic Football Club's going to be doing in the next few years. Yeah, I mean, because he's going to get other offers, mate. He's on radars. So the whole thing is...
Someone said the other day, the performances that he's putting in, and the likes of that, like Henderson, mad playing for Sheffield United. Do you think he's good enough for England? Do you think it, Liam?
I would say internationally, he's brilliant. I mean, who have they got as that boy from Everton? They've got as keeper just now. Yeah. So I'd say Foster's better than him, better than Joe Hart.
But Nick Pope.
Yeah, I would say that you would have Foster in the mix, definitely.
I think, Sean.
Just wait.
100%, man. Foster's... he's been absolutely incredible.
Well,
I mean, if you look at
we could be talking about Mark Swanser here. That's why Cav's getting a bit irate.
No, I genuinely think, like I said, like Liam was saying as well, Pickford and that. Pickford isn't... isn't anything special to me. He just gets highly rated, obviously playing in the English league. But Forster is so underrated, and he shows that any time he plays for Celtic in Europe, whether it's the League Cup, whether it's the SPL. He always performs. There's never a time where Forster genuinely doesn't perform for Celtic, regardless of what team it's against or so on. Do you know what I mean? He was in the team. He saved us against Barcelona all those years ago. Do you know what I mean? So that proves a point vital. No, so I would definitely say for England. Sorry, should I say not against England? It would be 100% in the top 2 or top 3 keepers to be recommended.
But this is the thing: is Southgate going to take a step back and say, you know what, Foster's playing quite well here at the moment in the Europa League? Is he going to go back to Southampton so I can call him up? Because for English press, for them to call Fraser Forster in the Scottish League, it doesn't look good in their terms.
No, 100%, that's the way it is. But in terms of performance-wise and quality of an actual keeper, he's by far the best first-choice English keeper, I would say. On our perspective, overall perspective, yes, but in English terms, no, because like you said, they go in terms of English league players. So
I think if I asked you that question before the game against the Huns in the League Cup, would you have said, yeah, is he ready for England yet? No, probably
not. But the last few months he's proved it. He's proved the consistency. It's the consistency, like I said, that's really got to me. It's the fact that he's done it week in, week out. Like you said as well, he saved about 3 or 4 penalties. He saved us in the League Cup final. He saved a penalty there against Copenhagen to prevent a 2-1 loss as it stood. Do you know what I mean? He's proved vital in the big games. So because of the consistency, he's shown that he has got that in his locker. It's not like it's just a one-off game. So
right, move on. I know it's obviously a couple of days away. I'm still thinking of the treble. Do you really want to push all the way for Europa? Do you think it's risky to do it?
Fuck no and fuck yes, mate. Fuck no, it's risky, and fuck yes, we want to push on, man. I have not seen us have a fucking cup run for so long. I'm desperate for it, man. I'm absolutely desperate for it. The Monkeys are going to fucking drop points here, there, and the other. Fuck them. Like, man, at the end of the day, seriously, we need to win our games between here and Ibrox and then gub the fucking bastards there. And it'll all be over before then. We've got some in the fucking Scottish Cup, and then we've got 2 home ties, two games in at Hampden, a place where we've won our last, friggin' 6-8 games or something like that, for Christ's sake, man. Honestly, I'm desperate for us to get through this tie, get through our cup draw, and then smash whatever we need to do domestically. Obviously, fucking, I think next home game, our next game is Livingston away. It's not going to be an easy one on that fucking cup.
As you know, that we got beaten the last fucking time at Livingston.
Yeah, obviously, fucking, what's his name? Christie got sent off on that game. Yeah, it was a send-off. It absolutely was a send-off. Man of the boy. All studs on the fucking thing.
That's when you're going back to the start of the conversation about the William Collum sending off, you know. But I just want to get Liam's opinion about the whole St. Johnstone game the weekend as well. I know we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves. We haven't kicked a ball against Copenhagen yet.
Well, St. Johnstone, they done well to get through that game at Somerset away. They played against United 1-1. I actually watched that game on stream. It was a really good game. They've got St. Johnstone, they've got quite a lot of decent players, and they can cause a lot of problems for teams, but at the same time, it's the type of team we should be beating, especially in the quarter-final of the Scottish Cup.
Sean, what do you think?
I think going into the game, I think St. Johnstone, watching them against Rangers, it was St. Johnstone they played, wasn't it? The other day. I was getting mixed up with Ross County. I was like, what the hell am I talking about? No, so just my mind just played tricks with me there. I've not even been drinking alcohol. But no, I would say St. Johnstone surprised me at times, seeing in terms of attacks and stuff like that. I thought they actually had a decent performance against Rangers. Considering they've obviously been up and down and stuff, but I think in our performance levels, it totally depends on how well we do against Copenhagen. It depends if, touch wood, we don't pick up any injuries. It totally comes down to that. I think regardless we're going to win the game against St. Johnstone, we could win with our B team in a sense, I personally think, because of the consistency we're going on. But it just comes down to that. But I think I'm feeling confident going into the game. anyway. It could be a 1-0 or 2-0, but even a 1-0, I would take that as long as that's the result. As long as we don't lose. Do you know what I mean? So
Exactly.
that's it.
So, look, I'd make loads of changes on Sunday. I'd bring Rodgers back in if he doesn't get a game on Thursday night.
100%.
Bring this Polish Paddy in. Give Boyo a go at this rate. Like, you know, as much as he's not rated to like Edouard Griff or this Kamala lad, you need to give Boyo a go. At the end of the day, he scored in the last round for us. You know, like, he's done all right so far, and he's not had much game time. Like, he's scored 4 goals already this season. He's been out most of it. He's been on the bench already. He's been injured. So this is a guy that be rated high from the Slovakian league, and he's you know, like, we need to kind of give this lad a bit of opportunity to come in and give the Scottish Cup game, give Bain a go, give that guy again, you know, Robertson a goal again, get him back into the squad.
Right, boys, can I pose you a question? There's been a lot of hype on social media after Dembele, Karamoko, bagged himself a double in the Scottish Cup Reserve League to book as a place, obviously, in the final. Would you be looking to give Karamoko a wee shift away to St Johnstone? Obviously, I think we humped like 3-0 or 3-1 or something like that a matter of weeks ago. Obviously, like, they played a very good game against Sevco. But would you give... Would you have Karamoko in the mix for that game?
No.
I don't know if giving him an opportunity in a game like that would be the best chance to give him, because it depends how the park is and that as well. I know we can't always blame the park as much, but his game is based on, how would I explain it? When he played against Hearts last season, was it last season he played against Hearts at Celtic Park?
Last game season.
Right, he was incredible when he came on, personally, for the amount of confidence he had to have a shot at goal, take the ball past opponents. When he get took down, he actually gets straight back up as well when somebody took him out. But I think against St Johnstone on a rugged kind of park as well, I think it might knock his confidence a wee bit. But it totally depends. Do you know what I mean? It could go the other way. He could end up playing the game of his life. I don't know. But personally, I would maybe give him an opportunity, but I wouldn't start him.
All right, well, that's the thing. Well, this is the one thing, and it's a very good point that you make, Sean. You don't want to rush a player. You don't want to break a player. You don't want to hammer a player's confidence. But at the same time, if we're a goal to the good and the rest, he's on the bench, you know what I mean? You could have that come on 67 and a half, take a quarter of the match. Yeah, I mean, as well as that, I mean, for mine, I'm very, very impressed with Karamoko, but I'm very upset that we've only gone on a 2-year deal. Yeah, I mean, there's talk at the moment that with Edouard that he might be away. That apparently there's a few things I've seen on social media or in the blogs that he's not turned down a contract, but that he's resisting a new one. For mine, we've got to have to worry about this with Karamoko come June. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be derisory sort of bids like £1.5 million for your junior player. We've got to get him into the first team to build him up and to give him that confidence to say, look, you know,
I'll give him the winning mentality. Say, look, he had a chance last season. Obviously, the Scottish Cup final, he was on the squad, but to give him that opportunity to play a couple of string cup games and give him feel like I know he's been there a good few years as a kid, but give him that feeling that, you know what, you're playing senior football now, you're stepped up to the plate, you're 17 years of age, happy late birthday. Well, you know what, give him the chance. Liam, what do you think?
Well, I think that I wouldn't put him. I might put him in the bench for St Johnstone, but I wouldn't put him starting because St Johnstone are a bunch of fucking hatchet men. They'll take his legs away from him, and you don't want that with a player like his caliber, because I mean he's still quite a wee guy. I mean, what is he, 5'6" or something?
No, it's a great point you make, Liam.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Hey, guys, I'm actually going to have to go because I can't find my phone charger and I'm at like 2%, so I don't want it just to cut out. Right?
Yeah, that's fair enough, man.
Right,
Okay.
so
Sure.
We'll talk about it. Congratulations to Tyson Fury, by the way, as well. I know that's
100%. Congratulations. But guys, like I said, I'm going to go now.
Okay. So,
He's after.
Catch up on Thursday, hopefully after the result.
He's after.
Well,
yeah. Did you watch the fight?
No,
I didn't watch.
I can't escape the fucking what's his name. I can't escape the highlights on Twitter. I tell you what, doesn't even look like he hits him with that one with the right. You know what I mean? But Old Boy just goes down. Yeah.
No, basically the game plan was that his dad was actually like saying before it, basically put him in the back foot because he'd been in the back foot before, and Tyson was just all over him, man, just smashing him, and he punched him in the ear and busted his eardrum. There was blood coming from his ear, so it was just a brilliant, brilliant display of boxing. You know, I mean, there's actually a picture that's doing the rounds just now on Twitter and Facebook. Him in I think it was the Brazen Head Bar. It's either the Emerald Bar, the Brazen Head Bar in Glasgow, but he's got his full Celtic gear on, and so he's a big Celtic fan.
Ah, bless him. You know what I mean? And congratulations to Tyson. You know what I mean? And as well as this, I saw another thing which is doing the rounds on Twitter. He went up and he gave old mate a cuddle. And he said, you know, you're a great fighter and God bless you and God bless your family. And the like, you know, he's a very gracious man, Tyson Fury, for a bloke that's got all that hate in his fists. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of love in his heart and, you know, just a fantastic sportsman.
So congratulations, Tyson.
I'm sure Lee Griffiths is taking confidence from this as well, like because Lee is performing the way that Tyson's got the performance coming back from the mental health stuff, and he's getting there. You know,
yeah,
like
definitely.
I know, like people, like sports people that get results like that. As I said, we're all praising because he's had to have a bad 3 years. Tyson came out saying that he drug addiction, what he put on loads of weight, come back and
he was 26 stone. He was. He was 26 stone, and he got down to I think it was like 17.10 stone, and he gained weight for that fight just to give him a bit of advantage. So he was about 19 stone 1 when he done that fight. So he was basically about 3 stones heavier than Wilder was.
He's gonna fight him again. Looks like he's after triggering that part 3 fight. He wants Wilder's after getting wants to fight.
Anthony Joshua's hiding in a corner hugging Eddie Hearn somewhere. He's shitting himself.
But look, Josh is a phenomenal boxer, and you can't take that away. I think the whole thing is Sky Sports overhyped. He's overhyped as a boxer. He is a good boxer, but I just think same time BT Tyson's kind of the face of BT for boxing at the moment, and this is the way it's going to go for the next couple of months until this happens. I think obviously let Joshua fight this lad Pulev, whatever it is. I think it's meant to be in London. It's meant to be in the Tottenham Stadium, and then let Tyson go at it again, and let's hopefully get to a showdown, maybe the start of 2021. You know, hopefully it happens. But I just think I always want to talk about. We're looking. Who would have thought a year ago Brendan Rodgers was going to walk out in Celtic?
Look, put it this way. One thing is, I was deluded myself. He's not leaving. He's not leaving. He's Celtic through and through. He said he's one of us, this, that, the other. And I come back home, and I'd had a bastard of a day, and I knocked on my computer. I didn't even check my phone on the way home. When I open up my computer, it goes to Google, and it's got Celtic News Now stuff, and there were like 4 fucking messages in a row, which all said, Brendan Rodgers leaves Celtic, Brendan Rodgers signs for Leicester. And I just wanted to hit the fucking keyboard. I was so upset. Like, yeah, I mean, I was lost. I was like, everything that I've been told had actually been a lie. When Lenny came in, I'll say this, I've said it many times before. I fought for Lenny in the pub when he was a Celtic player and people complained about him. I fought for him when he was the manager the first time round. I'll fight for him again. I love Neil Francis Lennon. And I honestly believe that he is the man for the job. The Zombies cheered when he became, what's his name, our manager, full time. They were jumping up and down, all the rest of it. How fucking happy are they now? Yeah, I mean, for mine, Like I said, I was like obviously been in a few European games this year. The last one, not the best of them, but great crack in Copenhagen. But seriously, Lazio, like I can't remember a more insane goal celebration in my life, and I've been to fuck knows how many games of football. But like nothing beat that.
What do you think of the whole when the Brendan thing broke out at the time?
Well, I was shocked, but at the same time, like I wouldn't have been as pissed off if he finished the season, right? Because if he finished the season, we'd have kept the Celtic legacy, and we would have been like, okay, well, we had you for long enough, all the best. But he left with about, what was it, about 15 games left or something, or 12, yeah. So I think that ruined his legacy. Well, it did ruin his legacy at Celtic, and he's trying to take our players off us nowadays. I mean, just because he's got our money, I'm like, fuck off, man. You're getting shit.
Well, one thing there, Liam, seriously, and this is absolutely, you've nailed the point there. It's not just that he fucking walked off at us, but he's trying to take our players. How dare you fucking try and take, fucking like or fucking McGregor, like unsettling these players. I'm a Celtic fan, this, that, the other. Next thing you know, I'll die for fucking Leicester. You know what I mean? This cunt's a fraud. And at the end of the day, I remember this a couple of years ago. I was living in Vietnam. Me and my wife were waiting for our visa to get here, and I used to go and because I had a couple of Huns stand above me, and I used to go out there and sing Brendan Rodgers, and this, that, the other, and yell it at the top of my lungs after every Celtic game. I absolutely adore it.
Same here. I used to sing that song as well, and whenever I hear it now, I'm always watching YouTube classic Celtic games, and I'll hear that chant, and I'm like, fucking cringing. I'm raging.
Yeah, I'm myself as well. Sure.
But do you think you look at the way he was treated with the club, like this guy that got a stand presentation, came out said he was a Celtic fan, came out said, Tommy Bones is the motivation that got me here. Tommy Bones. When we scored against the Huns, when we demolished them, the first game in Celtic Park, he was jumping around like a good thing, hugging the fans in the stands and all. Like this was a lad that we loved. We absolutely loved. We scored 32 goals against the Huns. You bring us 7 trophies. We went nearly 70 games unbeaten. And fair enough, we were shit in Europe. We were absolutely terrible in Europe. Fair enough, we qualified both consecutive Champions Leagues, group stages. Fair enough. We got the result over in Israel. We got there, but the way he done it, what pissed people off was he was interviewed on that Sunday against Motherwell. And he said, I'm happy. I don't care about speculation. I have a contract to fulfill here. I only signed the contract at the end of last season. I'm here for 10 in a row, and that's it. And for the news to break, I got a message off a lad, a random message it happened on the Monday, the Tuesday morning, he was gone. The Monday night, I got a message from a lad saying, you're not going to believe this, Brendan Rodgers is going to leave Celtic. And I laughed. I said, would you fuck up, would you? And he sent me all these WhatsApp messages of leaked pictures of John Kennedy and this coaching staff who's going down and stuff like that. Obviously, John said, fuck no, I'm being part of Celtic for most of my life. I'm staying. And that's it. But for the way he done it, he didn't do a press conference. He didn't come out and say, look, I'm leaving the club. I apologise. I'm after having 2.5 remarkable years here. I want to thank the Celtic fans. He went down there and just shit about him wanting to make Leicester a better club. He didn't mention much about Celtic always being in his heart. Fair enough. A couple of weeks, he went on Soccer AM and he said, I'm still a Celtic fan and stuff like that. But this is the way he done it. If he left Celtic in a Mowbray situation, I think we wouldn't give a fuck. I don't think any of us would have given a fuck what happened.
All right, can I just say this one thing, lads? Okay, do you understand if he had fucking, what's his name? If he had said at that exact same time, I'm going to leave Celtic at the end of the year because I'm not being backed for my ambitions, and he could have left with all of our blessings, Lawler would be dead as a Celtic CEO.
The Celtic got too
absolutely smashed stupid. He could have stayed on waited till the end of the fucking campaign, won probably a treble himself. But at the same time, Law, the people that obviously he's been arguing with and all this, that, the other, would have been smashed stupid. As it was, fucking, he pissed off in the middle of the night. Law brought Lennon back. Lennon's done the job, and fucking Law cemented his position. So whatever issues he's had with the board, over signings and this, that, the other, or fucking money or whatever not, he shot himself in the absolute foot. I still, when I'm looking at it, I saw all this stuff talking about the anniversary of it. It's coming up tomorrow. I still can't believe that it actually happened the way it did.
Yeah, I actually heard something last year at the time. It's just reminded me of that. Actually, Brendan Rodgers, he stooped that low. He put one of his representatives in the Celtic changing room at Lennoxtown, changing room or conference room, whatever the fuck it is, and said that Brendan would like to wish all you players like the best. Kieran Tierney apparently told him to get to fuck. So, I mean, which is fucking right. I mean, Kieran Tierney, he left because we were getting a lot of money for him. And I can't blame him. I mean, he's a young guy, so he'd rather be getting a few more thousand a week than he was at Celtic, and playing in the Premiership. But I seen some comments on Celtic groups and Facebook saying that he's a traitor, he's this and that, and I'm thinking, you're a fud, mate.
Nah, he's not. Tierney's not a traitor, and people are saying he's a fuck. You can get the fuck. He's been at the club since he was 7. He deserves.
He's brilliant.
He's a wee boy. At the end of the day as well, there's one thing as well. You have a look at all the negativity that was surrounding Lennon's appointment, like the Huns cheered and all the rest. They're not cheering no more. Yeah, I mean, he would have taken some of that on board. Fuck, if I stay at Celtic, I mean, I could be in the team that drops the league, at the same time. Obviously, there's a shit cunt of money.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that moment you were just saying about being cheered on and all. Let's go back to that moment when Edouard scored against Hearts. Let's go back to Neil Lennon's emotions after that game. Fuck me. That felt like the old days.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Pitch, grabbing people.
And do you know what? Do you know what the best thing about the whole game was? Seeing that prick that used to manage Hearts. Levine, his face.
I hate Levine. Hate him, man.
Oh. No, man, seriously.
Well, look, I think it was a massive favour that Brendan Rodgers done, as much as I hate the fucker and what he done. To get the roller coaster that we done, to get treble, to get them, grind them results out. Fair enough, we got beaten by the Huns, and then we beat the Huns as well. Neil Lennon was fucking crucified by the fans, saying, he didn't deserve a contract, he doesn't deserve this, he doesn't deserve that, he doesn't deserve to get the job after getting beaten in Ibox. Now they're all fucking loving him. There's a set of fans that need to be fucking shouldn't be associated with the club, because it's all about glory hunting with them. Gav always says 9 in a row. Tommy Burns, if you stick by a team when you're losing, you're a real fan, And a portion of them, I still can't get my head around. You go back to Cluj and they're all fucking Lenny out. Look at the changes, Neil Lennon. We've never imagined Neil Lennon would get us this far in Europe. I really did not believe that. Fair enough, I say we qualified for the group. But the football, the results we played, we've won a League Cup. We're 12 points sitting on top of the league. We're about to play the Huns in 2 weeks' time when we're about to scout them for the league in their own backyard. This is better than Brendan Rodgers. I'm telling you, this is better than Brendan Rodgers' field. Fair enough, it was Rossing and fucking Brendan Rodgers here for 10 in a row. We won a treble, and that was great. But to have this verge of being close to 10 now, it's unbelievable.
I just think that game against Rangers last time we got beat off them, I just think some of the players, they've never experienced that game of magnitude before, so I just think it was down to inexperience and nerves, and ever since that we've been playing brilliant. So I think the game in 2 to 3 weeks, it's going to be a much different game, because every game against Rangers is not the same.
Well, look, come here, lads. Put it this way. fuck the game against the Huns. Let's just focus on our next game. And this is the one thing about Neil Francis Lennon. He always just puts the emphasis on the next game of football. Our next game of football, and let's just have a quick recap on this. We've got Copenhagen. If we can get through this, and I'm honestly, like we've all spoken, and Sean as well when he was on, that we're confident about getting through this game. You get to the last 16. I want to see us go further. I saw a stat that Henrik Larsson was the last player to score in a knockout round for Celtic. I mean, that's like 15, 16 years ago. But Jesus, that's way too long. It's time for us to actually start taking steps further and further in Europe. And I believe Lenny's the man to make that happen.
Callum McGregor scored a knockout round against Zenit. You've already been like a kind of big knockout round. Callum McGregor Zenit 2 years ago.
No. Sorry about that. Away game.
Oh, right, away game. Fucking
Yes.
hell, jeez. Jesus, no. But look, when I looked up Copenhagen a couple of weeks ago. I was doing the preview stuff. Copenhagen are like the Huns at the moment. They're second place in the league. Deutschland's like 7 or 8 points ahead of them. So they're going to be going all guns blazing to Glasgow. They have a taste that if they put so much pressure on us, they can break that back three at the back. But I think being at home, we should play the back three. Why not? Like it's worked out with so far in the league.
Okay, well, Keith, who's your back three? I know that Julian and I are two of them. Who's your third? Are you going to go with Jozo or?
No, I don't. I'd rather beat him.
Ooh.
Yeah, you'd say that for height.
No, just calmness on the ball. I just think he's real calm on the ball. I just think like Smilovic is really hot and cold recently. Like, fair enough, he had a good game the weekend, but I just think there's a mistake in him, and I don't feel confident. Like, some people were putting up on Twitter the other day to give him a new contract. No, I think it's time Smilovic moves on. Like, he's had great moments, obviously scoring in the Kilmarnock game for Billy McNeil in the 67 minute and all that stuff. But I'm sorry, but you can't live on an ego moment like that as well. I think it's time he moves on. He hasn't played the football that we bought him for. This was a guy that was a Virgil van Dijk so-called replacement. He spent fucking 2.5 years on the sidelines.
Yeah, that's true. But put it this way, I wouldn't be averse to give him in like a 2-year contract extension because look, there's been teams nibbling around him. If he goes for nothing, there'll be a fuckload of teams in for him.
Like a Boyata thing. Kind of what happened with Boyata.
Oh, put it this way with Boyata, we should have bit the fucking hand for 9 million quid from Fulham. So let's not even depress ourselves with that. Yeah, I mean, you think that he fucking derailed our Champions League bid, and that probably cost us 30 million. You're talking about that's like best part of 40 million quid that we pasted with that cunt. But anyway, pardon my French. Anyway,
See the difference. I'm going to go to Liam. You could see the difference. We were going back to Christopher Roger. We played with Boyata last year. Fair enough, they won the treble. Fair enough, but he has stepped up a game with Julian. He's stepped up to a better player.
Yeah, I think for Julian, I've seen him like tell Matt for stuff he's done in a game as well as tell the referee off because Julian didn't take shit. He's actually screamed at him a few times and actually like kind of helped him in a way. You know,
like a Bobo Valley aggression. Like, you kind of need that. So that's just. Yeah. I think with the whole Boyata thing, I think he got his head on his heels when he got at the Belgium call up. And he was in that World Cup squad. I think he was like, I can be better than Celtic. I'll stay there and do what I can, fill my contract out. And go for
he's the best player in that fucking squad, man. Seriously. Here's Mince. But anyway, look, gentlemen, one thing. Have we anything else to bring up tonight?
Like, as I said, there's not much. Like, we're 12 points clear. We can go into the next league game, which is 3 games away. Optimism. Like, you have to look at the difference. Like, I'm going to ask you is when the Huns beat us on the 29th of December, did you think it was a title race? I thought it was a title race.
Yes. I don't figure that anymore.
And I knew that in my mind that they were going to drop points, but I didn't think that they were going to drop as much points as they did because they've not won a league game in about 4 games. Is it 4 or 5 games?
Oh, no, they've won. They've won. I think they beat St Mirren or something like that in that time. But like at the end of the day, I never thought that they'd drop this many points this quickly. And I just want to say one thing. Thank you very much, fucking James Jabber Trainer. Like, you mean you've thrown fucking Slippy under a fucking bus. Yeah, I mean, first we had, it was fucking, what was it? Alfredo Morelos has his car's been tampered by Celtic fans. Next thing you know, he's come out with a fucking a complaint about being racially abused. After this, I mean, like
the Sky thing was pulled apart today. It was taken off these.
Yes, but this
I heard something about that.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Trainer fucking okayed all of this shit. You know what I mean? He's the media relations manager there at fucking Newco. And he's got his fucking fingerprints all over this shit. At the end of the day, Slippy's there in every fucking one of these fucking, what do you call it, press conferences. Every press he's there. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, we'll see what happens. Oh, I've got to find solutions. He's got no hard answers. All he's got is questions about his own questions. And he's starting to feel his own fear. He's starting to fucking doubt himself. You know what I mean? And he's fallen to pieces.
What, Lee? When do you think he'll walk away from the job? Is he going to be sacked, or he's going to be I think Rangers are terrified to sack him. I honestly think it's a kind of
they can't afford it.
I agree, because see, if they were to sack him, right, who are they going to replace him with? Like, who is there to replace him with? When they gave him that much money, they gave him a long-term contract. So it's not even a own contract anymore. I think they gave him a long-term contract for 4 years at the start of the season, didn't they not?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, who are they going to replace him with?
At the start of the year. Now, after 29th of December, they re-signed him for another 4 years. 4 or 5 years. And fucking, you have a look at this. It's like, okay, you want a game at Paradise. Next thing you know, fucking we'll hand you a fucking long-term contract. Like, and who handed him that contract? Fucking Dave fucking King. Who's allegedly not the fucking CEO there, but who is the CEO? At the end of the day, and Sevco still haven't spent their coin for fucking what MASH is coming in for. And at the end of the day, they said at the start of the year, they're 10 million down on coin. They're up to shit, mate. Seriously. Between now and June, this is the golden era, man. This is the green era. It's like, sit back, grab some popcorn, put the fucking jelly and ice cream in the fucking fridge and freezer, sure, Jesus.
Definitely. I think they'd be gone by the end of the season. I think if Gerrard stays on with them, they'll so-called try for 10, but they will fall.
He's got a worse record than Pedro Caixinha now.
Jay, look, I'll say this: #Gerrard in.
He's got to stay just for a laugh. He's just got to stay, man.
Look, honestly, I hope to fucking Jesus that he stays on to the end of the year, that he actually takes them into the transfer market for that. Goes halfway through the year, that falls to bits, they fuck him off. Because honestly, I just don't believe that he's got the temerity to fucking win the league title in Scotland. Not against Lenny. And not against this team we've got. Even if we drop players like Forster, we drop players like Edouard and the rest. I believe that the football club, the amount of money that we've got and how important the 10 row is going to be, that we will invest, that we will secure the 10.
Do you think if they were to get a result against us in Ibrox, they'll try push if we do get them in the Scottish Cup, if we go down that road again, get them in a Hampden semi-final? Do you think that all their eggs is in one basket now? They realise, okay, they went on like they won the World Cup the other day, but they came back against Braga. For fuck's sake, Braga have 2 away goals. Wake up, it's your way for fucking goals,
Yeah.
I can't see them scoring over it in Portugal. I really can't. Like, we played Braga about 9 years ago, and they fucking demoralised us on the pitch.
Yes, but this is the same thing. Somehow the bastards got through fucking Porto, and Porto went top of the league in what's his name in Portugal. So I won't put it past them, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, like, I couldn't believe they got fucking results against Feyenoord, let alone fucking against Porto.
Feyenoord were going through a bit of a shit spell at the time with the whole Yap Stam crap. But the way I look at it is, I'm not going to be bitter here. I'm looking at for the state of the league. Let the Huns do as much well as we're doing in Europa, because we need that level to be getting into the qualifications. The ratings need to go up. We need to get that place back. We need to say, you know what? Give Celtic, give the top tier in Scottish football, top team in Scottish football, third place. Fuck that first place. Get them another. Let them go close to the Champions League qualification. And they're proving it. The two clubs are proving it, that they can play to beat the likes of Porto that consistently that were in the Champions League every single last 16 of every year for the last 12 years. They've done. They beat them. They beat the Feyenoords. Celtic have gone on to beat the Lazios. So it's good for Scottish football. As much as I don't want to see them doing good, at the same time, it's good for the league that the two are doing well.
No, I agree. It's horrible to see them fucking actually winning, but every time they do, you think it's good for the quotient.
That's it. Like, you have to look at the stat. It's the stats that pay off at the end of the day. Like, if it comes to a stage where if we were in 12 points ahead, and say if we were still chasing them and they were ahead of us with this game in hand, realistically, you'd be like, fuck that, just get it the fuck out of Europe. Let's win this league. But I think it's the level now where we can do it. We really can. Like,
we've got the squad.
Like, we're gonna have it down by the end. I'd say by the end of March we have that championship wrapped up, and there's no stopping about that. But I just think we're Rangers as a club. I don't think they can go the full way.
No, I'm with you, Liam. Your thoughts?
They don't. I'd be honest. Rangers, they don't have a championship winning side, and I think they rush signings too much, and they should have developed their team over years. But no, it's just about them catching us, and they're not going to catch us. We're going for 10 next year. Fuck them.
Love it.
Right, so we better leave it there. I think we've covered everything. Fucking barely 2 hours of talking shy. But
at the end of the day. The only show we've been talking about has been talking about South Africa. Look, lads, bless. We've been away for far too long. We've been lazy. It's probably the winter weather and the rest. We're going to be back more and more.
Probably do it once a week. That's what the plan is. Because like at the end of the day, more voices is better than fucking one voice.
Yeah, it's been really good tonight. I mean, I've really enjoyed this pod. I mean, I hope anybody listening to it continues to listen to it, because we're going to be doing it once, maybe twice a week if we are not doing anything. So
I'm sure I would rotate around. I'll probably try to get Gary back in, or try to get Damien back in sometimes, because when Damien's on form, there's no fucking stopping him. He just loses.
No, he's a machine. Look, but on behalf of Keith, Liam, and Sean, my name's Gavin, and thank you very much for listening to the pod tonight. God bless yourself, and hail, hail.
Hail, hail, God bless.
Cheers. Has it stopped yet?
You just press the red button.
It's going
Sky remote.
Okay. So.